Hi, this is Rida from Pulse Social. For this week's podcast, I spoke to Andrew Reynolds, who is an intern at Pulse Social. We spoke about his interest in sports back in the US and what he's looking forward to exploring in the UK. We also spoke about his project, the Neuron Disability Project, which he is currently developing. So, let's introduce Andrew. Okay, so if we start by introducing yourself, give a quick summary of who you are and your role right now.
Yeah, definitely. My name is Andrew Reynolds. I'm from the United States originally. I've been in the UK for about a year. I'm currently studying for a master's degree in international project management at Coventry University, London. And I'm a project management intern at Pulse Social Sports Group.
Yeah. So you mentioned that you're now living in the UK, having come from the US. So how do you feel about like living in the UK now? Are there any big cultural shocks that you've experienced?
They're very similar, to be honest.
Okay.
Like not too many differences between the UK and the US. The only thing that's going to be tricky is driving on the other side of the road for sure.
Okay, yeah. Have you tried it yet?
I have not yet, but I am about to apply for my my
Okay.
provisional license soon. So
Yeah, good luck with that.
yeah.
Um, so have you been involved with sports since you've been involved with sports since you were young? So what sports do you enjoy the most and what made them the most enjoyable for you?
Yeah, definitely. So when I was in school, I like ice hockey was my favorite sport to play. Just because like it was like fast paced, a lot of
Mhm.
fun to play with like high school team.
Yeah.
Like outside of school, I'd say like soccer or football
Mhm.
here in the UK is has been like one of my favorites
Yeah.
like after school, just because it's a bit more accessible.
Yeah.
It can be quite pricey, the ice hockey.
Yeah.
But also like I really enjoy snowboarding
Mhm.
and rock climbing as well. Just because it kind of gets you out there and get to see some really cool places.
Mhm. Yeah. So in terms of the UK, which ones of these are you like looking forward to venturing into on this side?
Yeah, so probably going to get into like a little bit of bouldering, which is basically like short rock climbing
Okay.
without ropes, just
Yeah.
because there's a few centers around here that I can climb at, and
Yeah.
maybe like a little bit of scrambling with my friend.
Yeah.
Not really too many opportunities for snowboarding here in the UK, but maybe like take a trip like to Europe for that. But
Mhm. Yeah. So you also mentioned that you're studying for your master's in international project management. And you're obviously currently a trainee at Pulse Social. So how have you found your role so far? Um,
uh, yeah, it's been amazing so far, actually. My previous experience is more of in like the tech sector, like doing
Mhm.
support and a little bit of product work there.
Okay.
So haven't really been involved in like non-for-profits or like
Mhm.
dealing with people with disabilities, but it's been really great learning about the industry and kind of how
Yeah.
everything operates. And it just seems to be like it's a great cause,
Mhm.
and not like solely for profit. Makes
Yeah.
everything pretty cool, and I've learned a ton so far and been having a blast.
Mhm. Yeah. So you mentioned that you're working about a project with disability is called the Neuron Disability Project. So can you go into more depth about this, about like what it is, what's the main values and the end goal?
Yeah, definitely. So basically, they've Pulse Social has had in the past, they've had a program in Bromley for this.
Mhm.
Basically, we're expanding to the Newham area now.
Okay.
It's basically just about like getting children with disabilities, getting them out, getting them active. It's
Okay.
not really about like keeping score or winning or anything like that. It's really mainly just about them getting out there and having fun,
Yeah.
which is really important just because like overall people with disabilities are less likely to be involved in like sports and physical activity. So it's
Mhm.
a good cause.
Yeah. So how do you think like making it more inclusive? How are you doing this like through the project?
Well, what we're trying to do basically is like first we're still in the process of selecting a venue. Obviously, we
Mhm.
need to find a venue that's going to be like accessible for everyone. And then also like we're going to really rely on like community advertising
Mhm.
to try and to get the word out for those people to, try and get them involved.
Yeah. Yeah, so you mentioned like the community aspect of it as well, and one of the main goals of the Newham Community Project as a whole is providing community facilities to the members of the public. So why do you think sports is such an important aspect within creating this community feeling?
Like basically like it gets everyone out there and gets them involved, makes them feel like they're welcomed in their community, and plus bringing in like the local businesses, it kind of makes it feel like everybody's all connected basically.
Mhm. Yeah, and so like this is especially important for like people with disabilities, as like they can also like interact with other people with disabilities as well. So like they can create a network with each other as well, I think, which is really cool for them too. Um, so that's all the questions I have. Is anything you want to add about the project?
um yeah, like I said, we're still like in the beginning phases, but
Mhm.
stay tuned and hopefully we'll have
Yeah,
some really exciting information coming up.
yeah, yeah. It was really lovely to talk to you. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks again for your time and hope you have a great rest of your day.
Yeah, thank you. You too.
Of course. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.